What's up, guys? It is Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and welcome to my review of One Piece, episode 593. This week, it's all about the battle with the Yeti Cool Brothers, and I never imagined that guys this big could actually move this fast, and I really love the way that they're basically moving around like Dragon Ball Z characters. It's pretty awesome. So first and foremost, Nami, who is in Franky's body, has been captured, and there's a very important reason for this. Caesar is very interested in Franky's body because his contains that laser that Vegapunk created, and he figured maybe he could use that. And this is a great opportunity to use the Yeti Cool Brothers as well. What eventually happens is Luffy and Franky, who is inside of Chopper's body, decide to go after them. Franky feels he needs to be more powerful in Chopper's body, so he decides to use one of his Rumble Balls. And Chopper says, "You shouldn't do this. It's a bad idea. You're going to lose control." And he's like, no problem. I'm super. I'll be able to take care of this. And at first, it seems like he might actually have a little bit of control in a scene that I really thought was funny. Immediately when Franky takes the Rumble Ball, he transforms into the monster, and then he does like a super, but since he's a big monster, he can't like pronounce it all the way, so he's like, Booba! So at first it looks like he'll have control, and then he just goes crazy, chasing Luffy all over the landscape. Luckily, they do eventually run into the Yeti Cool Brothers. The Yeti Cool Brothers almost seem like they're too much for Luffy and the gang, especially when they start to knock this giant tip of a mountain down that's about to slam on top of them. Luckily for them, Franky is still inside Chopper's body, and he decides to grab this giant mountaintop and toss it towards Scotch. Unfortunately, Scotch is able to escape with Nami in tow, but he runs into Law, and Law is just such a badass. It doesn't matter how big or how fast the Yeti Cool Brothers are. The minute he says room and captures this guy and starts to just cut him up, it's all over. He cuts him completely in half and completely fucks him up, and then he hits him with this other crazy technique, which, I'm not going to lie, it reminds me of a knocking technique from Toriko. The episode gives us our biggest revelation. We get to see that Law has some bigger plans, and he's getting ready to form an alliance with Luffy and his crew. But what for? Why? They're going to try and take down one of the 4 emperors. And before you can get invested, boom! To be continued screen. That's how One Piece works. But in all fairness, this was a very fun episode this week with a lot of really fun and fluid action. There were a few moments where the animation was sort of off at times, but that's pretty typical for a series that runs on a weekly basis. What I can say is that I really like watching Luffy fight against the Yeti Cool Brothers, and I do like the fact that they themselves are not like, getting dominated by Luffy altogether. He's actually, getting beaten down by them a little bit. And, Franky inside of Chopper's body this week is just really, really funny. He's obviously not able to control that at all. I was kind of hoping they'd go somewhere else with that, but still, it was kind of fun getting to see him rampage a little bit. But the stuff at the end of this week's episode, I think that's the most important stuff here. Law getting ready to set up this huge alliance to take down one of the emperors, which is huge. It's a huge deal, so I can't wait to see where it's going to go from here. Otherwise, this episode was pretty damn good. It was really fun, had a lot of funny moments, some pretty good action, and most of your favorite characters. So a few minor animation flubs here or there, so I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Just a really good, solid episode with a few minor issues. But if you guys did watch this week's episode, how did you feel about it? You can let me know with your comments below. Remember, guys, before you leave, make sure and hit that like button, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps them out a lot. That concludes this review today. SuperKamiGuru9000, out.